Hey everybody, it's B-Diz, the Rockstar, part of SuperObvious. In this video, we're talking about Mortal Kombat for like the 100th time. We're going over some of the characters I'm really looking forward to seeing and some of the things I think can happen. Please like and share the video, comment below, and let me know what characters you're really stoked to see in the movie, and subscribe to the channel for more content. Let's go. First, I'm talking about Kabal. Growing up playing Mortal Kombat 3 in the bowling alley arcades, he was one of my favorites, and surprisingly, it seemed like a bunch of people didn't really pick him. I'm stoked that he's in the Mortal Kombat movie. I just hope he gets more screen time besides fighting Liu Kang, which he will more than likely lose and die. Kabal has some really cool moves, so it'd be awesome seeing all the special effects with his character on screen. Next, we're talking about Mileena, that seems to be the most talked about character, but most of it in bad ways. Fans are upset how Mileena's mouth and teeth look, also the nationality of the character playing her. I'm not going to really go into that, but feel like fans need to chill, and as far as her trademark teeth and mouth, like I said in my previous video, I'm pretty sure the final product of Mileena will be more than acceptable, and all those emo fans will shut the hell up and let everyone else keep their anticipation for the movie going. Now that that's out the way, Mileena is one of those characters that I'm most looking forward to seeing. I hope her role in the story is pretty big and gets some good screen time. I think that maybe some final editing with effects or whatever could be the reason for the release date being pushed. In my opinion, I don't mind having to wait a little longer to get the film that we want. Next is Sub-Zero. He's supposed to be the main bad guy in the movie. I'm sure he will get mad screen time, especially since we already see him in so many scenes from the trailers, and with his freezing abilities, he will probably have some of the coolest effects in the movie, like that one scene where he raises all that ice in the air and just shoots it down the street. Wow. If you look up the cast on Google, it says the person is Sub-Zero / Noob Saibot. So Noob could be in the movie, which I would like because he's one of my favorites in any of the MK games, and if they show the transition from Sub-Zero to Noob Saibot, that would be awesome. Next, we're talking about Goro. We haven't seen much of him besides the scene where he jumps and is attacking. I'm sure the animation for him will be amazing. The first MK movie he did look robotic, but it was still cool at the time. I definitely want to see Goro get some decent screen time. Next, we're talking about Raiden. It's Lord Raiden. He is the one that leads and schools Earth's mightiest warriors in this tournament to save the world. His role is always important. It would be cool if he fought in the film at least a little bit. Changing it up, we're talking about how much screen time will Liu Kang get? I honestly don't know. I like that he isn't the main focus on the movie. We know he will still have a big importance in the film regardless. Next, we're talking about the good stuff, the bad stuff that's good, fatalities. How many deaths will be in the movie? The R rating for the film is said to be pushed to the limit, so I'm guessing a lot. There's supposed to be almost 16 deaths at least. I said it in my last video, but they need to start the movie with a pretty big fight and have a crazy fatality shocking us all without having the chance to warm up, and it's a sample of what we will be seeing as the movie goes. Start with a bang. It's Mortal Kombat, guys, let's go. Now, we're going to talk about, will Cole do a fatality to somebody in the movie? I randomly thought about this. He is a MMA fighter, so if he isn't an official fight, I think he will. He might be beating his opponent, maybe have them in a chokehold submission, or maybe ground and pound the shit out of someone and then stops. And then someone like Shang Tsung could be like, I said finish him, and maybe threaten to send Sub-Zero to take out his family while he is away, and find some kind of way to get under Cole's skin, and Cole just snaps and then gets up and just stomps the opponent's face into complete shit, and we can see all of it. Cole is the main character, and he is going to make this transition to a washed up fighter to a killer, and he has no choice. Since he is the focus of the movie, we need to kind of see stuff like that, otherwise it's kind of freaking whack. The thing I'm thinking about is, unless they've kept a lot of characters out to trailers and they don't show up while looking up the cast isn't really big, and if there are around 16 deaths, there's not going to be a big character versus big character every fight with it ending in a fatality. I feel like we need a bunch of good, expendable characters for the bigger characters to show off their fatalities on. You know what I mean? It's just a thought. Also, will we see any stage fatalities, animalities, friendships, brutalities? Maybe the brutality will be my prediction that I talked about Cole earlier. Also, will any character do more than one fatality in the movie? Next, what fatalities do we want to see? I'm using my phone, I'm gonna go down the list. First, we have Sub-Zero. I definitely want to see a fatality from him, and like I said earlier, he could be the person that does more than one, especially if he's also Noob Saibot. Next, we have Sonya Blade. She broke Kano's neck in the first movie. She blew like her death kiss to Cyrax on the second one. She's probably the least one that I want to see, unless it's really cool. Next we have Scorpion. I definitely want to see Scorpion. He killed a whole bunch of people in the fight scenes, but I want to see him fatality somebody when he's like in Scorpion mode, like set someone on fire, send him to hell, something like that. Next we're talking about Melina. I think in the trailer when it shows her licking her sai, I don't think she killed anyone. I think she stabbed somebody and then maybe like licked her sai off getting ready for like the fatality kill. Kind of like, you know, when someone like already feels like they won, they kind of like take their time. I think that's what's happening. Next, I already talked about Cole Young. I think he will fatality somebody because he'll be forced to. Liu Kang, I definitely want to see him fatality someone, just not Cabal. Jax, I definitely want to see him kill someone. I want to see him do like the it almost looks like we see it in the trailer when he does like the jumping hand clap, and if he does, someone's head is just gonna completely fucking explode. That'd be dope. We see Kano ripping the heart out of one of those monsters. That would be cool to see that to an actual opponent, or maybe use as like laser beam eye. That'd be cool. Natara, I like her. She's like a vampire with wings and like this weird ass creature. Seeing her would be cool. She was added recently. She wasn't in the original cast when we looked this up a couple months ago. Shang Tsung, your soul is mine. It would definitely be cool to see him do that to at least one person. Raiden, I definitely want to see Raiden fatality someone. He's the god of thunder and lightning. Like I want to see him like burn somebody to a crisp. And then we also have Cabal, which I said earlier, I like him a lot. It would be really cool to see some of his abilities in a fatality. Now if you look this up online, that's not everyone. We know that Kung Lao is in the movie, but he's not like in the credits if you look him up. We also have Reiko, played by Nathan Jones. I don't know if you know him, but he's literally one of the biggest people in the world. He's like 6'11" and 330 pounds. He was in the Ombak movies, and he looks like I probably want to see him a lot more than anybody else. But yeah, that's it. So if you go through all the people that are in the movie, there's only about 16 fighters, which is not really that much. So I'm like I said earlier, man, I still want to see what happens with that. Next, we're talking about the new runtime, which is supposed to be an hour and 50 minutes, which I think is better than an hour and 35 minutes we originally got. They shouldn't be holding back on making the movie longer if they think it's right for the overall product, because I don't know if you guys know, there is always more footage of a movie than it's released to the public, especially big movies. Look at Justice League, that was 2 hours. The Zack Snyder version is over 4 hours. That's over double the runtime. As long as there's no real dead spots and the story keeps moving, I think the diehards will not mind the movie being over 2 hours, especially if presented the right way. Now for the sad faces. Let's talk about the people I want to see that aren't in the movie. First is Johnny Cage. He is my favorite. He's supposed to be not in quote unquote this one. We also have Rain, who is one of my favorite ninjas. He's not going to be in it. And then also we have Cyrax and Smoke. I like both those cyborgs a lot. It doesn't say that Sector isn't in it, so he might be in it. But yeah, guys, that's the video. Let me know in the comments what characters you're most excited to see. What characters are you mad about that aren't supposed to be in the movie? Also the news that the runtime is longer, but the movie did get pushed back. Subscribe to the channel for more content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Totally for sure.